So, guys, welcome back. I hope that you all understand what are the 5 steps for solving EDTA problems. So now we will discuss one EDTA problem here. So I've taken the question that is 1.2 gram of CSU3 was dissolved in dilute HCl and diluted to 1000 ml. 20 ml of solution required for 35 ml of EDTA solution for titration. 50 ml of hard water sample required 30 ml of EDTA for titration. 100 ml of same water on boiling filtering requires 25 ml of EDTA solution. Calculate temporary, permanent, total hardness of water. So guys, in this question, we have been asked to calculate the temporary, permanent, total hardness of water. So after reading the question, you can easily identify that whether it is a EDTA question or not. If in the question EDTA solution is given, then definitely it is an EDTA problem. But how to solve? Means what is the procedure, what are the steps by following which we can get our answer. So the first step is to calculate the strength of the standard hard water. So how to calculate the strength of standard hard water? You can calculate it by reading the starting 2 to 3 lines of the given questions. Like here it is given 1.2 gram of CaCO3 was dissolved in dilute HCl, diluted to 1000 ml. Guys, 1000 ml itself means 1 liter. So for 1 liter, we have to take 1.2 gram of CaCO3. So guys, if you rewind the video or you can watch the steps for solving EDTA numerical, there I have written that for finding strength, you have to find the strength in terms of CaCO3. And standard hard water, what do you mean by strength of standard hard water? In the hard water, you have a term standard. Means standard means the what is the, you can say, CaCO3 present in 1 liter of hard water. Guys, always remember standard means 1 liter of anything. Standard means 1 liter. So here the question itself saying that 1 liter of standard hard water requires 1.2 gram CaCO3. It means guys, 1 ml of CaCO3 require 1.2 mg of CaCO3 per ml. Guys, please note down the unit of strength, that is CaCO3 per ml, mg of CaCO3 per ml. Here we have strength of standard hard water as 1.2 gram per liter. So what we have did here, we have you can say we have converted gram into milligram and liter into milliliter, because we want strength of 1 ml of CaCO3. Guys, please remember, we want you can say we want the strength of standard hard water for 1 ml of CaCO3, not for 1 liter. Standard means 1 liter, but we want the CaCO3 equivalent in terms of 1 ml, not in 1 liter. So for calculating 1 ml of CaCO3, we will simply divide 1.2 gram of CaCO3 divided by the total solution. So the total solution we have is 1 liter, and for 1 liter we require 1.2 gram of CaCO3. So dividing 1.2 divided by 1, it gives 1.2, and gram per liter, if we convert it, we will get 1 gram equals to guys, here I am solving it for you, that is 1.2 into 1000 milligram, because 1 gram is equivalent to 1000 milligram. Similarly, we have 1 liter, that means 1 into 1000 ml. I hope guys you understand that we have just converted gram into milligram and liter into milliliter. So after cancelling 1000, we will be getting for 1 ml of CaCO3 we required 1.2 milligram of CaCO3 per ml. So now we have got our strength. So proceeding further, now we will calculate our step 2, that is we have to find the 1 ml of EDTA. So how we will find 1 ml of EDTA? So after reading the further question, so in question it is given that 20 ml of the solution required 35 ml of EDTA. It means the standard hard water solution from 1 liter, we have to only take 20 ml, and that 20 ml of standard hard water solution requires 35 ml of EDTA. So we have to write this like this: 20 ml of standard hard water require 35 ml of EDTA. Now guys, in above step we have calculated that 1 ml of standard hard water means 1.2 milligram of CaCO3. So 20 ml of standard hard water will be then. So we have to multiply 1.2 into 20. So it will be 24. So you can say I have skipped one step here, that is 24 mg of CaCO3 equals to 35 ml of EDTA. As we have to calculate 1 ml of EDTA requires how much CaCO3. So for that we will divide 24 divided by 35. Guys, it's similar to that. If one pen cost 5 rupee, then how much pen you will get under 20 rupees? So the answer will be 4. So how you have calculated? You have simply divided 20 divided by 5, that is 4. So similar you have to perform here as well. We get 24 milligram of CaCO3 is required for 35 ml of EDTA. So 24 milligram of CaCO3 is required for 35 ml of EDTA. So for 1 ml of EDTA, what will you perform? You will just simply cross multiply the terms. So you will get 1 ml of EDTA requires 0.68 milligram of CaCO3. So guys, now you have completed 2 steps. You have calculated the strength of standard hard water, and 1 ml of EDTA requires how much CaCO3, that is also been calculated. Now we will proceed for the third steps, that is we have to find or we have to calculate the total hardness. So for total hardness we will again read the further question, that is, so guys, first 2 parts of the question we have done. So the third part is 50 ml from here. 50 ml of hard water sample require 30 ml of EDTA for titration. So guys, always remember, in the first line you will get what is the strength. In second line you will get 1 ml of EDTA require how much CaCO3. In third line, or you can say in third step, you will get what is the total hardness. Similarly, in the fourth step you will get what is the permanent hardness, and at last for finding temporary hardness you will minus or you will subtract total hardness minus permanent hardness. So now we have to calculate the total hardness. So in question it is given that 50 ml of hard water solution requires 30 ml of EDTA. So above we have calculated 1 ml of EDTA requires how much CaCO3? 0.68. So we will simply multiply 30 into 0.68. Now guys, we have to find it for 1 liter hard water, not for 50 ml. We have to calculate it for 1 liter, or you can say 1000 ml. So for 1000 ml, what we will do? We'll just simply multiply both the sides by 20. So that here it will become 1000 ml, and here you can write this, or you can say simply write here 20, because 1000 divided by 50 simply gives 20. So now you have to multiply all this on your calculator. So you will get total hardness is 408 ppm. Guys, please understand the steps. First you have to calculate the strength. Second, you have to calculate 1 ml of EDTA requires how much CaCO3. In the third step you will get total hardness. After that you have to calculate permanent hardness. Guys, always remember, for calculating permanent hardness you have to consider only the water water sample given as boiling filtering requires means from that solution you have to calculate the permanent hardness, not total hardness. Total hardness will be given from only hard water sample. Guys, please listen. From the hard water sample we will calculate total hardness, and from boiled water sample we will going to calculate the permanent hardness. So now we will write it here. It is our fourth step. So 100 ml of boiled water requires 25 ml of EDTA. So 100 ml of boiled water will require how much EDTA in terms of CaCO3? So we will simply multiply 0.68 because above we have calculated that 1 ml of EDTA requires 0.68 milligram of CaCO3. So we will get 100 ml of hard water. You can say here hard water won't come, here boiled water will come. It is boiled water. Here 100 ml of boiled water requires 25 into 0.68 mg of CaCO3. Now as I have told you that we don't want the CaCO3 equivalent in terms of 100 ml, 50 ml or 200 ml. We want it as a standard, and standard means 1 liter or you can say 1000 ml. So for converting 100 into 1000 we have to just simply multiply both the side by 10. So it will become 1000 ml and it will give us 170. And guys, as I have told you that you have to calculate the hardness in terms of ppm only. You can write here mgl only mgl also, because you can say 1 ppm is equivalent to 1 mg per L. So after that, the last step of our, you can say, EDTA numerical problem is calculating the temporary hardness. So for temporary hardness you can just simply apply the formula, that is total hardness minus permanent hardness, which will give you 408 minus 170, that is 238 ppm. I hope guys that you understand the lecture very well. Thanks for watching.